afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WI TV. It's another edition of News Review. I am Odunayo Adelere, and with me in the studio today I have...
Good afternoon, viewers all over the world. My name remains the same, Ambassador Rochime Origua, son of the prophetess.
Thank God today is Friday, TGIF. You're welcome to another edition, like I said earlier, and thanks to our viewers out there who are always staying through to us. And our sponsor still remains Nokpa Herbals. Whichever Nokpa you want, we have Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Cool, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Flush, and Herbal Energy Powder. Whichever you need, just send a DM or you can call the number that is showing on your screen. Yours is to order, ours is to deliver. And once again, want to appreciate our father, our CEO in person of Prince Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshin, popularly called Ajala Kusangba. And it's also the transformer for boys and girls who are in darkness. Thank you so much for always staying through like a father that you are. You know how we do it on the show. We'll bring it to you. News that made it to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll discuss the one we feel we should discuss. But we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comment in the comment section while we discuss this together. On Punch newspaper, I have 80 billion naira money laundering. Federal government places Yahaya Bello on watch list. Immigration alerts DSS. Naira abuse. Bobrisky still in Ikoyi prison, says NCOS officials. Meta expands AI services to Nigeria, 11 others. Ondo, Aiyedatiwa, others APC aspirants battle for 171,922 votes. On Vanguard newspaper, I have oil jumps 3% as Israel strikes Iran, others in Middle East. Gunmen kill Taraba monarch inside palace. Consider dialogue over Nnamdi Kanu case. Igbo group urges Tinubu, others. And on Daily Post we have Tinubu confronting Nigeria's problem headlong on Onanuga. Army will stop at nothing to neutralize terrorists, kidnappers, criminal elements, COAS Lagwaja. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk on the one we want to talk about. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
With Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. That is our sponsor, Nokpa. Like I said earlier, yours is to order, ours is to deliver it to your doorstep. Without wasting much of our time, I have Naira abuse. Bobrisky still in Ikoyi prison, says NCOS official. That is Nigeria Correctional Center.
Maybe they want to say he has been moved from. I think they said he has been moved from.
That was the news that came out yesterday, that he has been moved from Ikoyi prison down to Kirikiri prison.
Okay, they are not
due to
out,
space.
They are not coming out to say he's still in Ikoyi prison. Well, I believe within a twinkle of an eye, the jail time will be served and
we'll forget about this.
Surely be released. And according to what I heard, I believe 24 hours is almost a day. Automatically, it's going to serve like 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
3 months before coming out.
One thing I want to talk about this people is that there is no smoke without fire. If whoever brought out this news that it was being transferred from Ikoyi prison to Kirikiri prison must have sensed or seen something like that before coming out to say it. But the news came out yesterday. You didn't debunk it yesterday, not until today.
Maybe they might have. Maybe what they were trying to do is that they want to tell the whole Nigeria that they didn't saw the news yesterday. That Bobrisky has been moved from Ikoyi prison to Kirikiri prison. You understand what I'm saying? According to what you said there is no smoke without fire.
Yes.
I believe it is not Bobrisky alone that has been caught in this kind of act. If they want to go by it, I believe they should first go in arresting the leader first, because most of the leaders
that is my own clarion call.
Were most of these people that have been abusing the naira. Why is it that they are going after people at the grassroots?
Those are social media influencers. I think one thing I've been crying about, I've been lauding is you need to go to the grassroots first. There's a saying that says, if the foundation be destroyed, there is nothing the righteous can do. So now the foundation is our social, political leaders, our leaders out there. They are the ones we see before we come out.
Let me comment. They are going after Yaya Bello is a typical example.
That one now, do they want to tell me that they don't know where he actually escaped to?
Okay, you are talking about Yaya Bello.
Yes.
They might not know where Yaya Bello. They have declared him wanted. So they don't know where he is. If they really know where he is.
If not that Nigerians are coming out after the arrest of Bobrisky and Cubana chief priest, I don't think they would actually go after this person that we're talking about.
No, but Yaya Bello has been declared
these people,
wanted.
I say if not that they wouldn't have gone after these people. But Nigerian people, we see it as if they want to do it as one-sided case.
Let me tell you,
they want to go after the youth.
I've always said it times without number that Nigerian law really works on the poor people than the rich that consider themselves untouchable at the high-ranking caliber. So that's Nigerian law for you. They believe if a law is being made, those set of people that are making that law, even if they say they should change the constitution of Nigeria today, do you believe those that are in charge that are going to war for the constitution, do you think they are going to do anything that will implicate them in future? Of course they won't do that.
The Nigeria Correctional Service has refuted claims that controversial crossdresser Idris Olariwaju Kune, popularly called Bobrisky, who was handed a 6-month prison sentence over abuse of the Naira notes, was moved from the Ikoyi Custodian Center to its other facility in Kirikiri, that is in Lagos State. Bobrisky was reported to have been discreetly transferred to Kirikiri prison last weekend, where he was expected to complete his term. An NCOS official, however, told Punch Metro on Thursday that he was still held in the Ikoyi prison. The official, who pleaded anonymity as he was not permitted to speak on the matter, said the convict did not commit a capital offense to warrant his transfer to a maximum prison, where inmates serving life and death sentences were mostly kept. Bobrisky has not been moved. He's still here in Ikoyi. He was not sentenced to death and didn't get a life sentence either. Those people sentenced to death and given life sentences are mostly kept in the maximum prison. That is mostly based on capital punishment. As for Bobrisky, he didn't commit a capital offense, so why would they take him to Kirikiri, the source said. Another official, who also preferred not to be mentioned as he was not in the official capacity to speak to the press, said that although there were plans to move some inmates across the custodial center in the state, it was still being proposed. The NCOS official added that the moves was for the congestion. Like I said earlier when we started, I said there is no smoke without fire. And mostly all the people that have been coming out to talk about Bobrisky, among those that are working at the Nigeria Correctional Center, all of them are always saying, I don't want to mention my name. Don't mention my name. What are you trying to insinuate?
We're trying to hide the identity. You know, you can't just come out and say anything. In as much as you are still working with the government.
Yeah, you just need to...
It was like you going out now, or you going to the division, police division, that you wanted a policeman to come and talk. They will never grant the
interview.
They will never grant the interview. It is only the PPRO of that state that can grant the interview, that can even go to the extent of mentioning.
I think all these people that go to all these facilities like that, they need to win the people that can talk. Like now, we know for police department, we know when we see Benjamin Odeyin, when we see Olumiwa Adejobi, we know that all these people, yes, whatever they say is the final. Exactly. And I can remember vividly, I think it was yesterday when Benjamin Odeyin came out and he was apologizing for giving the wrong information about a lady that was arrested where he thought was DJ Sweet, but unfortunately it was another person. Thank you for actually coming out to stand through to what he said. I made a mistake, and there are other people that will tell you that it doesn't matter and you'd have dented this person's image. So there, another one, I have 80 billion naira money laundering. Federal government places Yaya Bello on watch list. Immigration alerts DSS. That is
exactly what we are expecting the federal government to do, because a house that is divided from each other cannot stand. If a true security personnel could go to the extent of exchanging guns battle. What are they trying to do? You know, the number one priority of any government is the safety of life and properties. During the engagement of gun battle, if probably there was a bullet that strikes,
like a stray bullet
that strikes one of the citizens, maybe
they would also the family sorry.
What will be the outcome of the family? What is going to be? What are the family going to say? They will just say sorry to the family and move on. It happens in River State. Why the security personnel that was with for Seminari Fubara was exchanging gun battle with those that the commissioner of police sent out there, a house divided against each other.
I think it's a
welcome idea for the federal government to declare Yaya Bello wanted. That, mind you, Yaya Bello is also a member of APC.
A #1 citizen of a state before. Now you are now a wanted criminal. You know what it means to be posted as a wanted person in a nation? Do you know what it takes? Now you are no longer different from a refugee. From
a refugee, exactly the point. And I believe Yaya Bello, wherever you are, you must try and show yourself, because there's an idea that says a clear conscience fears no accusation. If
you've done nothing wrong,
anything to hide, please come out. Why
I want to believe the main reason why he ran away is because he has a lot he's hiding.
He's hiding.
Yes.
And during his own tenure, if Yaya Bello sent a security personnel to go and arrest somebody, if that person is resisting arrest, what would be his reaction?
The federal government on Thursday put the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, on its watch list to prevent him from escaping from the country. The Nigeria Immigration Service, in a circular dated April 18, 2024, and signed by Assistant Controller of Immigration D.S. Umar for the Controller General Kem Indap, alerted the police and the Department of State Service to effect the former governor's arrest. This came hours after the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission declared Bello wanted in connection to an alleged case of money laundering to the tune of 80.2 billion naira. The EFCC declared Bello wanted on its official page after failed attempt to arrest him on Wednesday in Abuja. Also, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi San and Abdulwahab Mohammed San Bello on Thursday disagreed over the failed attempt by the EFCC to arrest the former governor. But the NIS, in its circular, copies of which were sent to the DSS and police, detailed the name, nationality, and passport number of the former governor, B500833321. The circular cited by the Punch was signed by Assistant Comptroller General of Immigration D.S. Umar for the Comptroller General Kemi Undap. Undap stated, "I am directed to inform you that the above-named person has been placed on the watch list." So, if unfortunate for him, he has not left the country. He can no longer live.
He can no longer live. He might have left the country with what happened now almost there.
Are you sure?
Yes, it might have left the country. Because according to the news, it was the state governor, the sitting governor, that came to his rescue.
That's Ododo.
Yes, that's Ododo. Because it was the one that put Ododo there. That's exactly what is happening. I didn't be Yaya Bello has been nagging on Ododo. There would have been a controversial issue between both of them.
I am trying to see Wike and Fubara.
What went wrong in River State?
Yes.
Within Wike, my elder brother.
If unfortunately something like this happens to Wike and Fubara is in a shoe to actually rescue
Fubara
Wike,
will not
do you think he will do that?
Fubara will not go there to rescue him.
Based on what has actually happened, I would not even support what Ododo did. He did something that is actually wrong.
It's very wrong.
You are covering.
Let's say Ododo is a political loyalist to his master.
No matter what, it shouldn't have happened. That is what I know you like saying something that we don't like saying the truth because of what we are going to gain. Now, he did it based on his own advantage, based on on what he gained.
It was Yaya Bello that brought Ododo.
Yeah, I said that based on what he's in.
So Ododo will go to the extent of rescue.
Do you know he can actually be implicated with what he did?
He can be implicated. It depends on the federal government.
He can actually be implicated. Like you are baiting a criminal. This is a person that is actually wanted.
In the hand of the federal government. What they were trying to bring out from the issue was that the lawyer came out to say that the EFCC should obey court order, that the matter is already in the court.
Okay.
That's exactly what I believe that is exactly what he was trying to do.
But now he has been placed on wanted list. I hope you will be able to come out and clear yourself of the charge. 80 billion naira and up. 80, that's too much.
For good 7 years.
Not even million.
None of the salary.
And these workers were silent. They didn't say anything.
Do you know the reason why some of these workers will be silent? Anybody that came out to confront the sitting governor, what happened? Before you get to know, the person will be sacked from his job.
I hope one day we'll be saved from all these leaders,
you know what
all these terrorists that we call leaders.
You know what the chairman did in Ogun State? The chairman that came out that when these people was mounting prayer on him, that when you were campaigning, you said you are going to fix this, you are going to fix that. He said the allocation was not given to them. That the allocation is in the hand of the state governor. That it was not given to them. That none of the money was given to them. I didn't believe the money was given to them. He would have fulfilled some of his promises. All of a sudden, the governor came out that the man should be arrested by EFCC. For what?
For saying the truth.
For saying the truth.
Welcome to Nigeria, my country, where speaking the truth can
kind
actually land you in jail.
The politics of hatred, a politics of propaganda, a politics of hypocrites.
We actually run a politics of Nigeria where there is no continuity. Once I come on board and we're not from the same party, we can even be from the same party and I want to do different projects.
A politics of psychedelic and lackadaisical. That's what we run in Nigeria.
Oh. You know, I actually noticed something when you came on board. Your cap this morning, I actually bought. I don't want to talk about your cap.
We are the weekend now, so after
today's Friday.
Yes, I'll be traveling to Abuja, coming back tomorrow morning.
I just hope you'll be able to talk to your brother, say the truth to him. Don't because he's your brother, you don't want to tell him the truth.
Listen to me. I don't have to go to the extent of exposing what is between me and my brother.
I'm not saying you should expose it.
Can we move on with the news?
I'm not saying you should expose it. I'm just trying to tell you that you need to tell him the truth. The last but not the least, Tinubu confronting Nigeria's problem headlong. Onanuga. That's by
Onanuga will come out and say the president is confronting on the Nigerian problem. Have you ever seen anybody that is working under the federal government that is coming out that will ever come out to say any bad thing about the government? Even if they were wrong, they will still come out and say the president is working.
We are always defending
the president
what is wrong.
Working. You remember when Goodluck Jonathan was there? Goodluck Jonathan, what he kept on hearing was that, those set of people that I sent out to go and listen to what people are saying about this administration. They came back to be telling him, people are ready to die, people are ready to die, people are ready to die, in the sense that if you didn't win the election, they are ready to die. When Goodluck Jonathan came out, he said he made a mistake to have listened
to what
they
get to tell him.
So those people that are working with them, they will not come out and antagonize what they are doing because of what they are eating.
The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Onanuga, said the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been confronting Nigeria's problem headlong by removing the fuel subsidy, by increasing the price of everything that we are actually buying in Nigeria. In a statement in Abuja, Onanuga said the president is working to put Nigeria on a solid economic pedestal. He was reacting to the accusation by the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) that the Tinubu-led administration was trying to entrench a one-party state. Unlike the PDP's administration of 16 years, the Tinubu administration has been confronting the problems of our country headlong. The administration is moving for an audacious reset that will firmly put our country on a solid economic pedestal. The results are already showing, contrary to the pessimism and wishes of some PDP leaders, the national currency has become the world's best performing, appreciating by almost 50% against the dollar in a few weeks. The exchange rate is stabilizing as a convergence has been reached between the official and so-called parallel markets, Onanuga said. He further said the contrived pile of gloom cast over the country had faded out and renewed hope had been unleashed. Onanuga said such was the positive trend the APC economic program has generated that the International Monetary Fund (IMF) had reviewed upward the growth projection for Nigeria in 2024 from 2.9% to 3.3%. If we want to look at it very well, this past week and this just concluded with that we are in, you see the rate at $3 was. Naira is appreciating to dollar.
Appreciating back.
But one thing, I don't know if you notice what I'm actually noticing. Naira is actually appreciating to dollar, but the price of things in the market is not reducing.
Yes, that's one thing about that's one problem about our people. You know, when the dollar is rising, they will tell you it was due to the dollar. Now, when the dollar is coming out there down, instead of them to bring the price of their market of their goods down, what happened? They will tell you those goods that were inside their store were those goods that they
bought when things were cost.
When things were cost, not until when those ones were being finished. The next one, probably the price may come down.
I don't know
about our people. But what the federal government needed to do was to set out a committee. Thank God there are some supermarkets in Abuja They will be
I don't
shut
think
down.
it should be limited to Abuja
They are still
alone.
coming back to Lagos State. They've listed almost some states that they are going to work on. I believe Lagos State should be the next place because you see the way our people are victimizing ourselves. I don't.
Is it food? Is it transportation?
I don't really get it. Now let me tell you this concerning the issue of dollar. Let all Nigerians have it at the back of their mind that when there was the increment of petrol. Yeah. When there was an increment of petrol, you know everything skyrocketed.
Yes, yes.
And when you look at it, thank God that Dangote is coming out, that monopolist, I call him monopolist.
Yeah, he's a monopolist now.
He's coming out to say, okay, he has slashed the prices of diesel to 1,000
1,000 naira.
And most of these trucks that
they make use of diesel.
They make use of diesel. Maybe, probably, very soon, we experience a new turnaround in the prices of some goods in the market. But on the area of fuel, I
don't think it can.
I don't think it can.
Somebody said it this morning that the federal government said by Monday, whichever store, whatever sells us food stores and all that, and they hike their price, I think their shops will be closed and anything. And I told the person, I said, the only thing that can make prices of goods come down is that if we return back the petrol price back to the amount it was before, or you reduce it back to 400 naira. I think a liter of petrol is sold above 600 naira.
It's almost 650 naira.
It's not almost, it's above 600 naira.
Some are selling
some sell, yeah.
Some are selling 625.
The border is closed. The people that are trying to bring in food like rice and all that, we know the struggle they go through in bringing it.
There was a recent development I heard about the news that Nigeria is negotiating with Benin Republic of reopening
the border.
If the borders were being opened now, if the border were open today, I believe the prices of rice and some goods,
everything should come down. But without these two things being done, that is full and the border.
The president can't just, what I feel was that the president can't just come in and say, okay,
we open the border.
Reopen the border. It would be as if there was a sentiment. You know, there was the border between Nigeria and Niger was shut recently based on
the coup that
happened in Niger. And when you look at what Buhari did when Buhari was here, Buhari shut the border at the southern part of the country, where the border was open at the northern
part of the
country to ease the tension of food prices
in
the north. Based that Nigeria has the highest population in the north than the northern part of the country than the southern part of the country, but forgetting that we are all equal in the country.
We just say we are all one, but our leaders are not even portraying the fact that we are one. But one thing I just want the government to know is, without putting all the necessary things they need to put in actions, without putting them in place, I don't think everything they want to be done in Nigeria can actually be actualized. That is in the area of food. Now let's assume they actually open the border and food did not return back to normal. Then the prices of transportation, cost of transportation will still remain the same. Because most of the cars we bought to travel, they are making use of petrol, not diesel. So I think federal government still has a lot of work to do in that aspect.
The president made a promise by December that Port Harcourt refinery is going to work. Almost 4 months ago now. We have almost 4 months over December.
You see,
still coming out to apologize about the Port Harcourt refinery. I believe all hands
should be on deck.
All hands on deck, at least to fix the country according to what he said. He said, renew hope. And we are taking you by your word,
renew
Mr.
poverty.
President. We are believing that according to what you said during your campaign, that you are going to lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty.
We rise by lifting others.
Till now, Nigeria are still sinking in poverty. Those that are even in the system that are working both day and night are even sinking into poverty.
What actually pains me the most is when it comes to 2027 now, you see them loitering around. You see them working with their bare foot. That's when you know that these people we are actually the same thing. You see them sitting down beside us.
We ourselves are the problem.
Yes.
Because somebody that have been victimizing you,
this person just comes out around 6 months.
And now, before you get to know, you see them shouting, oh, let's follow him because he has been throwing some monies around, he has been dollarizing you. That's why you see them coming
I just hope we get it right one day in this state. I hope we get it right in this country. All right, we've come to the end of the show for this week news review edition, brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, like I do clamor, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our Instagram, on our TikTok at Wisdom Yard Online TV. Thanks to everyone out there who had actually put hands together to make this work. I remain my humble self, Oduayo Adelere, and thank you for joining me in the studio today, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Till we come by again on Monday, be happy and be fine. Bye.